5-4 ball game. And the runs have been there, and so has the excitement. Both pitchers have shown out today, and so has the defense. There's been something for everyone here today. Game was exciting even before it started. This one originally was supposed to go down in Sanford, but because of, like you described, a monsoon,
it's an understatement.
Here in Leesburg. Sharp hit past the diving third baseman Clemente Incline, who was playing on the infield grass. And a sharp hit single for Llanos kicks off the fifth.
Well, I say monsoon about the weather yesterday because waiting for the rain to stop, the puddles and the flooding in the parking lot was quite literally up to my shins getting to the car. My shoes are shot for the rest of the week that I was wearing. And it was just flooding all around the field. The roads were flooded. Like, people with lower down cars were actually worried about if they would be able to get out of the immediate area around the field because of the flooding. So it was
not fun.
It was not ideal yesterday by any means.
Incline once again playing on the grass. A few steps ahead of where he was last time. So Nefis Llanos, after struggling for a few games, is now 4 for his last 5. This is Brett Kelly, who's flown out to center both times. Llanos goes from first. Milazzo, the gun, down to second, and he gets him in plenty of time. Llanos thought he got under the throw, as he got to the bag, but Milazzo with the gun clears the bases.
Yeah, it looked like Kelly fell over the plate a little bit at home, too, so I was very surprised that there wasn't an interference call there on Kelly. I agree, it looked like a close play at second. Llanos, I thought, might have been under the tag there. A great throw by Milazzo as he really was working around Kelly.
0-2, sharp hit right up the middle. Brett Kelly has now extended his hitting streak to 8 games. And back to Llanos, who got caught stealing, now 5 for 8 on the season. He's the only player who's been caught more than once all season. But Kelly just replaces him, one gone, and Cam Hill up to bat. Hasn't always been hits in bunches for Brett Kelly, but on this 7-game hitting streak, he has a couple of 3-hit performances and went 2 for 4 a few nights ago. Now 1 for 3 so far. Cam Hill hasn't had to do too much work with his bat. He's walked both times he's been up. He's scored both times as well. Hill slashes one foul. Cam Hill's on a nice streak himself. He's reached base in 9 straight games, and I had to double check how you score this. He has reached on a fielder's choice in that 10th game back, which doesn't technically count as having reached base, which I agree with not being called a base hit, but I have to disagree with that. I would think that if you reach on a fielder's choice, it should at least count as having reached base.
It doesn't. I've been saying that for 15 years, and it always stinks, but it's one where it does nothing to help your average, doesn't help your on-base percentage. It's essentially you got out, and the problem with that is occasionally you'll see a blooper to shallow center and they throw out a runner at second or something like that, and because it's a force play, it's still a fielder's choice, although it was obviously a clean hit, but just tough luck with the runner on first getting stranded in between. And the stats rules don't particularly care what kind of a fielder's choice it was. If it was a fielder's choice, it does nothing to help you.
Well, Cam Hill's average won't change to the first 3 at-bats, but his on-base percentage will skyrocket. Now a hat trick of walks. And it's just a shame, honestly, because now he's reached in 10 straight games, but if you count that fielder's choice, which I'll put in just to state how impressive he's been over the last couple of weeks, he's reached in 15 straight games. Last time he did not reach base in a game was on June 18th against DeLand.
Which was over a month ago, July 21st, for those of you who were trying to do the quick math. What's that, 33-ish days?
Are you asking me?
That was a question at the end.
I couldn't tell you. I'm not good at math.
Ask Siri.
It's Clay Stearns, who's enjoyed a nice game so far. 2 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Takes a nasty curveball down low as Jeff LaCory out from center field throws his hands up in disbelief.
It was 33 days, so I ended up being right.
Very nice.
Yeah, right? Small win here in the booth.
Small wins only. Stearns rips one into left. He's now 3 for 3. Going around third is Kelly. Coming up throwing Josh Pearson. It's cut off, not in time. An RBI single from Clay Stearns makes it 6-4.
Tough break there for Pearson. That was a strong throw right on line, and Klon cut it off. He was playing very deep for a cutoff, man. He was maybe only 40 feet from the plate, and that's one where if you're going to be that far back as the cutoff man, you're there more as a target than anything else. And I was surprised that he actually cut it off because it looked like the throw would have had a chance at the plate.
Clay Stearns last week was 3 of 13. This week, he is 8 of 15. That is a lot better. Now, 2 RBI tonight makes it 3 on the week, as Stubbs takes a strike on the lower corner. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters tonight have just been fantastic for the Lightning. Cam Hill has walked 3 times. Clay Stearns is 3 for 3, and J.D. Stubbs up at the dish now. Technically 0 for 0, has 2 sac flies into left. High pop-up goes that way, but it's in foul territory. Clemente and Klon from third. Lost it momentarily, but found it just in time for the second out of the inning.
That's a good play by Klon in foul territory. He does a great job of getting to those balls in foul territory by just running to the spot and then looking up. That's something we talked about post-game after his nice defensive effort into land as he made a catch against the wall in foul territory. He's like, look, I just try to run hard to the spot. After that, I figure everything else out, but he does a good job of getting there and then reevaluating what his surroundings are like and if he'll actually have a chance at a play or not.
That's a dangerous game, but you'd rather get there early and adjust from there than get there late and have to make something work on the fly. First pitch swinging. Scott finds a soft spot. Going around third is Cam Hill. This will be a lot easier play as it's cut off, but not nearly in time. Second RBI single of the inning. This one belongs to Robbie Scott, and it's a 3-run lead for the Lightning.
And no chance there for Pearson. That one got eaten up by the grass, slowed down a considerable amount by the time it got out to him in left field, and no shot at the plate. Hill runs well, and he rounded third, especially with 2 outs. You knew you weren't going to have that play.
There are 7 runs on the board for the Lightning. Cam Hill has scored 3 of those. The top 3 hitters of Kelly, Hill, and Stearns are responsible for 5 of those. First pitch swinging. Stapleton is jammed. Could be playable for Jack Gonzalez, but he doesn't make it there in time. This is something that was alive and well yesterday. A season-high 18 hits. 9 of 10 hitters reached base on a hit. All 10 reached in some way or another. Chase Malloy, the only one, unfortunately, who didn't register a hit, but he did have a walk in there. And it's just been consistent offense now over the last 2 games. Stapleton takes strike 2.
80 pitches now for DJ Masick. Probably nearing his limit. There is some action in the bullpen for the Rats.
0-2 to Stapleton, who's 0 for 1 today. He fights one off. Did also walk back in the second, but got picked off. Well, the Lightning have been a team that have really come alive in these middle 3 innings, of 4, 5, and 6 innings. Outscoring their opponents by 6 in the 4th, by 19 in the 5th, and by 14 in the 6th. Have scored at least 25 runs in each of those 3 innings. Stapleton, rip shot up the middle, but right to Anzel. He takes the short route to Brendan Holt at second to retire the side. But 3 base hits from the Lightning drive in another 2 runs. It's a 3-run advantage, 7-4 the score as we head to the home half of the 5th.